first trailer for Bill and Ted Face the Music has dropped. Let's do this.
25 years ago, you played a concert in front of the entire world. 1 month ago, you played in Parisot, California for 40 people, most of whom were there for $2 taco night. Bill and Ted, what have you got to say for yourselves?
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
You were supposed to unite the world and save reality as we know it.
Bill, we've spent our whole life trying to write the song that will unite the world. Why can't we just go to the future when we have written it?
Whoa! Take it from ourselves!
But isn't that stealing?
How is that stealing if we're stealing it from ourselves, dude?
No way!
How'd you like our song?
It's a little on the dark side, but you know, that's cool.
All right, real quick before I tell you what I thought about it, go ahead and tell me what you thought down below in the comment section. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? Have you even seen the first two Bill and Ted movies? Because I grew up watching them, so I'm very interested to see how this one turns out. Also, I actually was able to interview the composer for this film a couple of months back, and he talked about it just a little bit. You can see the interview for that right up here. I'm going to watch it one more time, and then I'm going to start talking. So as I mentioned a little bit before, I've been watching the Bill and Ted movies all the way almost from the beginning. I was young enough when the first film came out. I'm not even sure if I did see it in the theater. Sister, if you're watching this, let me know down below in the comment section. But if not, we bought the VHS tape very quickly after it came out. We definitely saw the second one in the theater and had the VHS tape for that one. And so naturally, by default, I'm very interested to see how this movie turns out. But long delayed sequels don't have the best track record. Add to that, comedy itself is just so time bound to certain specific decades. And likewise, add to that, Keanu Reeves' his entire career as kind of this leading action man has happened basically since he did the two Bill and Ted movies. So him going back 30 years to this very kind of oddball comedy, all of that inherently makes me a little bit nervous about how this is going to turn out. Will it work? All of that kind of stuff. But on the other hand, to that, they got the director of Galaxy Quest to direct it. And this guy, I mean, he's one of the great comedy directors. If you haven't seen Galaxy Quest, it's just a fantastic comedy that just knows how to balance tone just right. And then, as I also mentioned before, I was able to interview the composer of the film, Mark Isham, a couple of months back, and I asked him about it, like, hey, can you tell me anything about it? And he said he thinks it's the best one yet. And he specifically said that they just kind of slipped right back into their roles. These are guys that are in their prime, that they're not just young guys with youthful energy. They're guys that are older with tons of energy and really have honed their craft. And then once again pointed out that there's a great director working on it. It's the guy that wrote the first two and wrote the first Men in Black film. I mean, the crew working on it is really good. So now we have our first look after I just gave all the background information, all that. And it's tough to even say because the trailer, it sets up the premise. It gives you a couple little jokes here and there, but it's only like a minute and 15 seconds long. It's not really, it's half of a trailer. It's a teaser really. And so it teases you to be like, okay, all right. But, you know, we don't get to see anything of what Samara Weaving does. Even if they cast Samara Weaving, kind of this up-and-coming actress that's been doing great stuff in horror and now doing something a little bit different. Very excited to see what she does. But, so as a tease, it made me go, okay, all right, let's see what's going to happen next on this one. Took me a little bit on that last joke. It's like, who are these two jacked guys in prison? Oh, that's what they're doing with this one. And so, you know, in general, It teased my appetite, made me want to see more, hope to, but at the same time, I can't say that I'm like, what, that just blew my mind, because it was so much of a tease and just showing they haven't figured out they haven't written their song yet. They're still delayed. You can see they've still slid right back into the roles. Great. But, you know, I definitely need to see more to be fully convinced, totally on board with it, just because of my skepticism about long delayed sequels. So there's a whole lot of back and forth. That continues to be my feelings on this one, of just this back and forth of like, man, they got a lot of great people working on it. What I've seen doesn't look bad, but what I've seen is just a tease. So I'm not sure. Let me know what you thought down below. If you want to check out that interview, it's right over there. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking movies too much.